China.
Good morning. See if I made my type big enough that I don't have to glasses. Welcome. And I want to thank particularly all the media for being here, all of our colleagues, and all of our partners that you'll hear from this morning. This is all about partnership in the making, and you see the fruits of this partnership. You know, the Montgomery Chamber every day focuses on driving prosperity and a better quality of life for Montgomery and the River region. It's truly meaningful for me to be here today to lead us into a new generation of economic development, and quite appropriately, what better street in America to be on than Dexter Avenue. You know, Montgomery has a legacy of innovation. And in fact, it's interesting to note that next year this chamber will be 150 years old. And so for us, it's so symbolic to know that we're leaning into the future of economic development, to small business, to supporting minority-owned businesses, to marrying entrepreneurship with tech and Tech MGM and our Tech Accelerator, that we're doing this right here at 150 Dexter Avenue. Also, I want to take a moment of personal privilege, the Kaiser family getting this building open and looking like it does today. Took so much partnership. Thank you, Jerry, and your team, Kyle. It's amazing. And I also have to make another point of personal privilege to thank Boyd Stevens, and I don't think Boyd is here today. Boyd has been a steward of this community for so long, and Boyd has been personally an inspiration to me, to lead me into why this is important, why is this economic development, and why will it drive prosperity in our community. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to the person who really has led us through this initiative. And when the Chamber began a much more intentional approach to economic development, when we knew that we needed to focus on technology, our military, but also our entrepreneurial ecosystem, we turned to one person to lead us into that direction, and that person is Cherise Stokes. Cherise is our Executive Director of Tech MGM, and I want her to walk you through today and the success story it represents and the hard work it's taken to get here. Cherise.
Thank you, Anna. As you mentioned, Montgomery's tech and innovation ecosystem has indeed grown since launching Tech MGM just a few short years ago. Our Montgomery Internet Exchange opened our doors for tech businesses, also lowering the cost of connectivity and literally putting Montgomery on the high-speed internet map. Soon after, partnerships between our Air Force, local government, and the business community created not one, but two innovation spaces, where Air Force ideas and solutions can be sourced from private industry. We do that at MGM Works as well at Bespin. And just last year, we introduced the Montgomery Tech Lab, which is an accelerator program that has attracted cutting-edge, leading-edge companies and startups that have discovered why Montgomery is such a perfect fit. These advancements have allowed us to retain and grow talent, but also spark the entrepreneurial ecosystem and realize even more potential that we have within our community. Today, we will cut the ribbon on a new facility. This facility will give our entire community a place to connect and create exponential impact on our local economy. This facility is state-of-the-art. It's a collaborative learning environment located on America's most historic street, Dexter Avenue. We are just a few steps from the state capitol, Dexter Avenue, King Memorial Baptist Church, and the powerfully meaningful Port Square Avenue, in the heart of our innovation district. We'll help to educate the community in technology and in entrepreneurship. We will accelerate startups. We'll also incubate small businesses, but really we'll be creating partnerships to grow small business and talent across the river region. This is a perfect way to re-engage our small and minority business development efforts that will all work together to provide resources to entrepreneurs, education and training in digital skills and literacy, but then also areas that will help our entire community grow, but it'll also help us to attract new talent and companies to the area. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with a well-recognized community leader in this facility that will be the helm of this initiative, and that's Dr. Nicole Thompson. Dr. Thompson led the Chamber's Small Business Relief Response Program and did an outstanding job providing COVID relief support to our local small businesses. Her vast career and portfolio of work with Gateway Solutions are tremendous assets to this effort, and I look forward to collaborating with her and our stakeholders on this project as we build out the various programs and the components for this entire facility. Remember, we're going to educate, accelerate, incubate, and grow our small, minority, and women-owned businesses. Now, a year ago, Governor Kay Ivey stood up the Alabama Innovation Commission. That commission has spent the last year focusing on ways to retain, attract, and grow our entire state of Alabama, and especially the entrepreneurial ecosystem that we have here in Montgomery. It's been my pleasure to serve on this commission. However, I am even more energized and proud to be supporting the local efforts that we have here, where we can now say across the entire state, we get it, and we're making an impact. Now today we're announcing growth in the ecosystem, but just remember last year, we announced the launch of our Tech Accelerator program, the Montgomery Tech Lab. We have seen great success in this program in just a year, and I'd ask Rasheem McKinney, who's the Innovation Director with the Montgomery Tech Lab program, to tell you a little about that growth.
Good morning. I'm very pleased to work with the Montgomery Tech Lab for a number of reasons. It really represents a shift in our community, a commitment to working together, to using our collective strengths and staying in our lanes and where we're really good and working together. Because one can chase 1,000, but I read somewhere where two can chase 10,000. And that's exactly what this Tech Lab is all about. It's about using the assets that we have on the ground to attract new talent from not only the region, but the globe. We attracted 10 companies in our accelerator program that were very eager and very excited to come to Montgomery. They were very excited to be a part of our history, our legacy, and our story. And out of those 10 cohort members, we have one that's signed a dotted line today to come and be an anchor tenant in this facility. Their CEO and two of their co-founders are here today. I'd like to acknowledge them. Right over here in the corner, on the no shoes. Yeah, here you go. And we're really excited to have Analog Teams. They're a DC-based firm. They're a great software engineering company. They have a presence on the continent of Africa, 4 countries. They're global, and they're making Montgomery their home. They are the first. They will not be the last. We're in conversations with other cohort members about getting upstairs in this lab on Dexter. So we're very excited to be a part of that. As a result of these startup companies coming into the city, I'd like to make one point, that it's about bringing other people in to augment what we have. It's about the collectivity of that thing. It's about us continuing to work together to use our strengths to develop and diversify our economy. I'm very excited about that, and I sure hope you guys will continue to walk along with us. We will need your help. We cannot do it alone. We need each other because we're stronger together. Thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to that continued support in the future.
I got a DJ in here too. You know, this feels like a winner. And for those of you who are not from here, not familiar with this building, Jerry, this has been the home of some winners lately. I think the last time I was in here a couple of years ago, Be some tough competition. We were able to come out on top for the mayoral runoff. And after that, we ran the campaign with Talia Johns in the back for the property tax improvement out of this building. So we're 2-0. I think this is gonna make it 3-0. And I'm excited to work with fire partners like Jerry Kaiser, our colleagues over at the County Commission, Chairman Dean, and Doug Singleton, Isaiah Sankey, and Dan Harris, and Robert Walker, and all the other county commissioners who come in on this. And I'm certainly excited to have our partners from the City Council. Marcia Johnson is here with us in her district. I'm excited about that. She is one of our newest council members, but she has been one who's been an advocate for economic development, and most importantly, she's been an advocate for young people and young professionals, professionals like herself, and bringing them to the table. And I think this type of project allows us to do just that. When we think about co-working spaces like this, we've heard about them for years on end. And when Sharice came to me with the project, she came with me with a sense of urgency. So much urgency that I think she gave me 2 weeks to get back to her on whether or not we were going to be all in or not. And so we had a good conversation and weren't able to commit to all of that right up front, but we were able to bring about some partners from the county. And my thought was that if the city and the county could get behind this in the way that she presented it, with her track record in winning all around, we couldn't help but win in this situation. So we're excited about what this presents, not only in terms of talent, recruitment, and retainment, but what it signals beyond Montgomery and what it signals for this city. We're here on the street where state government resides, in the state capitol, the governor's office. But we want to be more than just a government-oriented economy. We know we have to be a knowledge-based economy. We know we have to expand that. And in order to do that, sometimes government has to kind of pound the pump a little bit where that's concerned. That means finding those entrepreneurs, finding those innovators who have ideas that we couldn't come up with, who have the talent, who have the wherewithal to bring those ideas to implementation. And that's important that we can show that we can do that right here in Montgomery. As we're home to 5 colleges and universities, we have a pool of talent. We have a pool of young people that can produce and provide the type of energy, the type of ideas that we need to succeed and to move our economy forward. When we think about even some of our regional partners, Tuskegee University, think about Auburn. We have partnerships that we think that we can align ourselves with to also maximize Montgomery as being a hub for that. So those are the type of things that we want to do. And what we've tried to do from our vantage point at City Hall is to produce those type of ideas and partnerships that are going to put Montgomery in a different light, that are going to put Montgomery into the discussion, whether it's in Durham, North Carolina, or if it's Chattanooga, Tennessee, or if it's in Oklahoma City, if it's Dayton, Ohio. It doesn't matter to us. We want to be right in that conversation of cities that have a burgeoning scene where tech, talent, and innovation is coming together. And so I'm excited about what we have done so far, but I'm more excited about what we can do even moving forward. And I believe that we're at a tremendous turning point in our city's economy because of ideas like the lab of Dexter. And I wish I could say it was my idea, but it wasn't. But I don't mind getting out of the way and just riding the coattails of others when they come up with those great ideas and making sure that we can just be a promoter and we can be a champion for those causes. And so to all of you who are a part of this, to those that we hope to be a part of this, I say thank you. Say if anything that we can do at City Hall, we will do. We'll work with you in any way that we can. And if you see some things that we need to tweak, if you see some things that we need to improve, just let us know, because it's all about the output. It's all about the outcome. And it's all about making sure that we can have high-quality jobs right here in Montgomery, Alabama, and we can attract and retain the best and brightest that we have right here in our city and those that are around the country that will want to come here once they learn about the lab at Dexter. Thanks so much to everybody who's been a part of it. I look forward to continue working with you. Have a great day.
Good morning, Montgomery. I'm Lauren Knausenberger, the Chief Information Officer for the Department of the Air Force. And boy, am I bummed that I'm not there in person with you. I know you are too. This event, the annual Athletic Conference, is something that I look forward to every single year since I've joined the Air Force. And I know that thousands of other fellow technology and mission professionals that have been coming to this conference since the late 1980s are really bummed that we're not together in person this year too. But I am really glad that at least modern technology allows me to join you virtually today to celebrate this great moment of continued growth for Montgomery. The Air Force is embracing technical change, and we're also embracing the cultural side of innovation, how we can change the way that we do business and the way that we take care of people on top of just adopting the technology. And we are executing the Air Force Chief of Staff General Brown's strategic guidance that challenges all of us airmen to accelerate change or lose. Now, partners like you are helping the Air Force and your community accelerate change, so we thank you very much for that. As you well know, Montgomery is home to the missions at Maxwell Gunter Air Force Base that include Air University and the Program Executive Office for Business Enterprise Systems. You probably know them as PEO-BES. Montgomery's investment and focus on projects like the Lab on Dexter, Bespin, MGM Works, PEO-BES, and partnerships with your local universities are making your community integral to the future of our Air Force and national defense, as you have been for many decades now. The Air Force is with you every step of the way. I want you to know that. And especially as you open this new facility that will grow and support the ecosystem that serves our military service members and families. So congratulations on another big win for Montgomery, and know that as your mission partner, the Air Force looks forward to continuing to support the annual athletic conference in Montgomery and having the Lab on Dexter on historic Dexter Avenue associated with the conference. So hopefully we'll all get together next year. We'll get to celebrate the Lab on Dexter again in person. I would love to hear about all the success stories that happen in this lab between now and then. And until we see you again in person, thanks so much for all you do, Montgomery, and we'll see you soon out here.
Mayor Reed said he wouldn't take credit for all this, so I'll take credit for it. And all y'all that know me know I'm such a technology type of guy. Man, I'm gonna be on that team with those young people over here. Analog. I still got analog internet. I'm gonna be on y'all just like that dial. But seriously, when I was with the Coca-Cola, we made a video for all our tours, and at the end of the video, the last statement was, if you're looking for a good corporate citizen, model citizen, Coke is it. Now, most of y'all in this room are too young to even remember the Coke is it slogan back in the day. But I thought about that this morning when I was sitting there. If you're looking for a technology savvy, a city on the cutting edge of everything that can bring all of this together, Montgomery is it. And I'm so excited on behalf of the Montgomery County Commission, Chairman Elton Dean, my partner Isaiah Sankey, who is in this district. This is your district, right, Isaiah? Is here today with us. And we're going to do everything we can to support and provide all the resources we can to continue to retain and recruit good young talent like yourself. And I love being in here. I love being around y'all. I said this at the Air Force IT conference. I got chastised. I can't say I'm the dumbest one in the room because I shouldn't have said dumbest. I'm the most technology challenged individual in this room now. And it's just great to be around y'all. I'm so excited for all the opportunities that you're going to provide for our community and the quality of life for everybody in Montgomery. So thank y'all for being here.
Well, good morning. I am Leslie Sanders with Alabama Power Company, and so welcome to the Cool Kids Table. Like, I'm proud to have y'all as a next door neighbor. Alabama Power continues to invest significantly in the innovation and startup space, and we are thrilled to be a part of this. We were very honored to be a part of the Smart City Initiative and the Montgomery Tech Lab Accelerator Program, and now the lab on Dexter. This strengthens the commitment for us to partnerships and a serious commitment to grow small, minority, and women-owned businesses. It's in our DNA to grow entrepreneurs and to be a true partner with communities to develop more innovative public-private partnerships. And this morning we heard a lot about startups and bringing people and companies here, developing companies. But I want to just stop and take one quick second to tell you all of that and increasing this ecosystem is unbelievable, and it is the right thing to do for the city of Montgomery and this region. But when we really look at what is underneath what y'all are doing, what other companies are doing here, watch the news. There are problems and challenges in the world with security, particularly with Air Force and the security of our nation. And then there are human quality type issues. Those things are going to be solved right where you're standing. I mean, make no mistake about it. These are genius people that are not afraid to say, we can make life better and we can make this world safer. And that's what's happening right here. So again, when I say Cool Kids Table, this really is the Cool Kids Table. And on behalf of Alabama Power Company, we are very proud to play a role in that. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. Now, I'd be remiss if I did not thank everyone that put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make this facility happen. And huge applause to all of them because we worked hard to make that happen. Now, what do we have in store this week? We have week-long activities. Starting this evening, we will actually kick off an event that's civic hacking, where we will develop a Black business directory. And on tomorrow, I'm really honored and fortunate to be able to host a Powered by Women luncheon, featuring some phenomenal women, true movers and shakers within the Montgomery community. And then on Wednesday, we're going to focus on education. We'll bring in high school students, talk to them about careers in technology, but also have a wonderful drone event that will be put on by our partner Analog Teams. And then later on in the week, we have an opportunity to bring in a lot of our college students, alumni, as well as entrepreneurs, where we'll talk about underrepresented and underestimated within that technology field. And then that's an opportunity for us to truly host 6 colleges that will come in town for the 3 football games that we have this weekend. So please, if you don't have an opportunity to stay long today, please come and visit us later on in the week. Now, this collaborative learning environment is going to give you a bit of a preview this week, but it's just going to let you know some of the tools, some of the programs and resources that we'll be able to put out into the community. Stay tuned to not only our social media, but also our website that'll give you additional information on future programs that will come to play. Now, lastly, I'd like to turn your attention over to the Lab on Dexter pop-up, where we will actually break and move there to do and celebrate the first signing of our lease into this facility, and that's with Analog Teams and Dr. Nicole Thompson.
Where'd you play?
We are delighted and honored to welcome Analog Teens as the first tenants of this historic initiative. Will you sign?
Thank you. And before I sign, I just want to show my gratitude for everyone coming out to support, putting together this amazing facility. As being students, I like to say students of the Montgomery Tech Accelerator, and then just coming down to Montgomery and falling in love with the city. We think there's so much opportunity here. We're bringing our software development agency, not just because we want to bring work and jobs, but because our visions align with what Montgomery has for their future. And we're just so grateful, so honored to be a part of that. And we're looking forward to growing, to incubating, and then also expanding from here. So thank you all. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Full of
Please join us in front of the lights for the ribbon cutting.